Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Cam's Retro Gaming. So it's Saturday. It's a pickup video time. I usually make these into like the shorts because I don't buy a ton of stuff anymore. But I got some stuff the last few weeks, some surprisingly cool stuff for good deals. We're sharing. So we'll start out with the least exciting things. So NBA Hang Time for the Genesis. I haven't bought a Genesis game in a long time. Well, actually I did last week. But, it's a sequel to NBA Jam. I wanted to try it out. Not that great. I thought this was complete. It's not. But, worst case scenario, I'll sell it. But I couldn't pass it up. Why not? Next, anticipation for the Nintendo Entertainment System. It is I think this is complete, but it was like $2. I can't say no to a boxed Nintendo game for $2, whatever it is. Even with my very small library. Worst case, it's trade fodder for somebody. All right, so now the games that I'll actually play. I don't make a habit of buying games I don't play, but we have Gauntlet Dark Legacy. All these games I got in the sort of scratch section at my local place. This is in pretty decent shape, actually, for being scratched, complete with manual. About a fourth of what it should be. Not that this is an expensive game, but I want to give this a shot. I'm not sure what version's the best, but it's Gauntlet. It looks fun. And Need for Speed 2 Underground, another scratch game I got. This is also complete. I haven't played a ton of the Need for Speed series, but I wanted to give it a try. It was the right price. I think $5 or under. All right, next we have Platinum Hits. I think this is the only way to get this. Midnight Club Dub Edition Remix. This is supposed to be really fun, and this was like, I think it was like $5. This is also a scratch game, but it was complete. But it's not too scratch where it won't work, I don't think. So I took a gamble on it. Worst case, I can get resurfaced. But so I found this for a good deal. And even though I don't have a 360 anymore, I sold my 360 because it was having issues. And I just got sick and tired of it. But this is supposed to be really fun. Need for Speed Most Wanted. I think it kind of went up in price not too long ago, maybe after the 360 store closed. Disc is probably could use resurface, but this is also complete. But yeah, got it for a good deal. Not a game, but I think I've never seen this movie, Super Mario Brothers. I'm gonna watch this here pretty soon tonight. It's supposed to be terrible, and I don't think it's on streaming, so I found this for a decent deal and had to watch it. All right, so now the cooler stuff. All that stuff's pretty cool, but the cooler stuff. Ironically, the first four of these items, first three I already own. I already own all of them, but they were such good deals I couldn't pass them up. Now, I don't really resell stuff. Lately, I've kind of gotten to despise how expensive our hobby's gotten, and I just couldn't bring myself to list these on eBay. I already have all these games, but you never see these games around locally. I've probably never seen some of these ever in person, but these are better copies than I already have, and I can use my other copies as trade bait for something. I feel like that's a little bit better than selling them. Not that there's anything wrong with selling things, but like I said, the hobby's gotten so expensive. I kind of hate contributing to that expense, just morally. Call me crazy, but we have 32X Knuckles Chaotix. Kind of underrated game, I think. I need to spend more time with it. I do have a 32X hooked up with the Genesis, so but you never see these games, man. You never see these, and this was $25 or $29, and this goes for well over $100. So I'll upgrade my copy and keep one for a trade thing. Next, we have Blackthorn. This is in a lot better condition than mine. I've never seen this out in the wild before, ever. In fact, I looked it up on eBay. There are only, I think, 2 or 3 listed currently, which tells me this is probably pretty rare. So once again, upgrade my copy, use this as trade bait. But yeah, I can't really resell this. I just feel like I should just keep it, trade it to somebody, give them a good deal, maybe give them something, get something I want out of it. Lastly, for the 32X, three 32X games, we have WWF Raw. Had to make sure I said this right. There's this one. I think there's the WWF the arcade game, also on 32X, but just an average wrestling game. I did pay actual price for this with the intention of making up for it by selling the other ones, but I don't want to do that, so I paid full price for this game. And we're going to get into handheld world. I need to make sure, I think my copy's worse than this, but once again, a trade bait situation. TMNT 3 Radical Rescue for the Game Boy. $30. I think this is like $20 too cheap. So trade bait, whatever. Lastly, what I'm most excited about, I've never played a game in this series. Back in the day during COVID, I bought a lot of these games with dead batteries, replaced them, and sold them for profit. And that's just not something I'm interested in doing anymore. So if I ever come across these in the series, I'm just going to buy them and keep them. So this I purchased with a dead battery. Pokemon Emerald, for a lot less than it's supposed to go for. But you're always kind of taking a risk. When I got it home, the battery looked like it had already been replaced, so it kind of made me nervous. So I replaced it. It didn't work. Well, the time-based events message that came up. So I'm like, oh God, that's not good. So but these batteries are so cheap. I figured, you know what? The one I replaced it with may not be good itself. So the last one I had replaced, made sure I soldered it well. The contacts were very much flush with the little pads. Lo and behold, it works. The time-based events message disappeared and the game works. So I'm really excited. I've never played a Pokemon game before. I'm 42. I was probably a little too old for Pokemon, and ironically, I guess I'm still too old. But you know what? I'm gonna try Pokemon game. This is supposed to be the best one in the Game Boy Advance, from what I've read about, and this is the one I'm gonna give it a shot with. So those are my pickups for this week. A lot of really great deals. Makes me very happy. I love finding deals. And like I said, I'm not in the business of reselling. I'm a collector. I'm a player. I do both. You can do both. It's okay. But, and I don't hate you if you resell games, but I just hate how expensive this hobby's gotten. And I think a lot of it has to do with, COVID, game prices. It is what it is. Whatever. I'm not going to blame it on anybody. So anyway, great gaming, hunting few weeks. I'd like to know if you guys have found anything exciting these last few weeks. And looking forward to seeing you guys again soon. Thanks for all the subscriptions and all the views and comments. I really appreciate it. And we'll talk to you again real soon.